This right here is part of the reason why luxury brands are struggling so much. I'll include a link to the Orem Toyota's website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbo 2.4 liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed. Fuel economy is 20 around town, 26 on the highway, with power outputs being 265 horsepower and then 310 pound-feet of torque. And this allows this vehicle to tow 5,000 pounds. The more subscribers that this channel has, the more access I get to cars, so I really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. When it comes to the front end design of the Grand Highlander, it is quite grand. Look how boxy the hood is. Very sharp looking headlights. You've got this chrome strip across the front. It also comes equipped with fog lights, and then you've got this massive grille. So with all the trim pieces, you can tell this is definitely going for a more upscale appearance. Tire and wheel setup is 255 by 55 by 20. Darker coloration for the wheels. Got these chunky fender flares here. You can see the rest of the cladding on the bottom. And when you take in the whole side profile, it is quite large, bigger than a regular Highlander, hence grand in the name. When it comes to key fob features, it's pretty straightforward. You've got your lock and unlock opening for the hatch, and then you have the Grand Highlander logo there in the back. Now there's a decent amount of space behind the third row, similar to like a previous generation Tahoe. If you want more space, just grab this handle and you can throw the third row down for more storage. They actually give you a lock function when you close the hatch, but you can also just close it without locking the car. Pretty cool how the taillights swoop across there. Again, Grand Highlander there in the center with the badging. And that will sum things up for the exterior of this vehicle. Let's pop inside and see what's happening. We've got a sunshade built in from the factory. Nice soft touch trim down below. You've got a little bit of storage below that. Nice handle here on the top of the seat to access the third row. Good amount of legroom here in the third row. I also have a little USB port, and there's vents up top to keep you cool or hot. Now the seats themselves are nice with the soft touch trim on the outside and then the perforated trim in the center. Legroom in the back is good. We also have a little storage pocket back here. Comes with heated and ventilated seats. You also have your own climate zone in the rear, and then you can see a little USB port down below. Headroom back here is also good. Keyless entry for up front, and let's pop in. Got nice trim all over the front door panel, and I like that little lighter trim piece. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors, and then the mirrors do have the power fold in function. Soft touch trim here for the front seats. Power adjustable, lumbar support too. The passenger seat doesn't have lumbar, but it is power adjustable. This also comes with memory seats and heated steering wheel. Not going to show up on camera though, apparently. Starter up. Nice soft touch trim all around the steering wheel itself. Practical controls in the front face for your adaptive cruise control, your lane centering. On the left hand side, your volume and voice command controls for center stack too. Little paddle shifters there in the back, and then you've got traditional stocks too. Toyota's new multifunction digital gauge cluster. You can customize each part of the gauge cluster, so it's very user-friendly that way. 360 camera system with this. Really good resolution with the system too. With the infotainment system, physical volume control, you've got this shortcut bar here on the side. It's quick to respond. Dual zone climate controls. We have heated and ventilated seats, and you can also control the rear climate from the front. Like on one side, you got engine stop-start button. On the other side, you've got a USB port, kind of the same situation. In between, camera shortcut button. This is also equipped with a wireless phone charging pad. We've got some cup holders behind that. Shifter for the 8-speed automatic, and then just behind the shifter, we've got our parking brake and our auto hold feature. Shortcut buttons for your auto stop start, stability control. You've got your drive modes with this whole button dial situation. You have modes for both on-road and off-road use. It's even a snow mode and then hill descent control. Center console has quite a bit of storage space inside. I like the kind of sliding top. That's a nice feature. We also have a camera rear view mirror, and then this comes with a panoramic sunroof. 2025 Highlander Platinum, $59,008. Let's see how this performs. The Grand Highlander. So I maybe should make a dedicated video to this, but cars like this, in my opinion, are making luxury cars obsolete, because as someone who reviews cars, I don't see a whole lot of benefit to a lot of these supposed luxury cars when you look at something like this. The equipment that this has, the features that this offers, like everything that's going for it. It's like, why spend the money on a luxury brand when you can get all of this non-luxury price, right? Now, $60,000 roughly, not cheap by any means, but I mean, you look at like you know, BMW X7 is pretty similar in size to this, and I mean, the one I just reviewed the other week was $100,000. So you're talking about $40,000 more for, it has an inline 6, so a little bit more power, but you can get this with a hybrid version, the Hybrid Max, that's got not quite as much power as the X7, but pretty good power, pretty close. So now there are some things that, you know, this isn't going to be as good at compared to some of the luxury cars. Like the handling's not going to be quite as sharp, suspension's not going to be quite as comfortable. The interior materials aren't going to be quite as luxe, but you always got to ask yourself, do I need that stuff? Do I need the softer leather? Do I need the slightly better ride quality, or is this comfortable enough? And I think a lot of people, again, from what I'm seeing, a lot of people are going and saying, yeah, no, I don't. Actually, you know, just having the cooled seat, just having the 360 camera, just having, you know, the safety tech, that's good enough. And, you know, fake leather, I like it anyways. It's easier to clean. So I think a lot of people are seeing that and deciding to go that route. But this does, I'm not saying this drives nice. Suspension's pretty comfortable. Unibody, it's got a pretty long wheelbase. Independent suspension. So it handles pretty well, and it goes over bumps and handles those pretty well too. Braking's relatively seamless. It's a smooth transition. Good torque out of the engine. Yeah, even the base engine in this is not bad at all. It's pretty quiet too. It's got pretty good insulation overall. Again, there's a lot to appreciate about this when it comes to how it drives and the equipment that it offers. So, getting into the conclusion with the Grand Highlander here, Platinum version, right? I think that this gives you 95% of the luxury car experience and luxury car features. Again, this gives you a big SUV, 3-row, like an X7, like an Audi Q7, but at a significantly lower price point. A lot of what you're paying with those cars is the badge. And I mean, same thing with Lexus. Like, this gives you most of the stuff the TX has. It's the same car, frankly. It just doesn't have the Lexus badge, doesn't have the softer Lexus interior materials, but like, who cares? So I think that it is something to consider, is instead of going luxury, consider going premium. That's what you'd call this, right? This isn't economy. It's not luxury, but it's premium. And I think premium, for people that are looking for luxury, premium seems to be a better deal. It seems to be more of a sweet spot when it comes to value. Yeah, this drives nice. But let me know your thoughts on the Grand Highlander in general, and then your thoughts on premium versus luxury. But I'm all about the luxury nowadays. Or not, sorry, not luxury, premium. That was awkward.